What's going on, everybody? Triple Crown 24 back today. It's Monday, a little bit snowy outside where I'm at, so after I get my shipments out, it'll be a good time to stay indoors, watch some YouTube, do some eBay listings. But I've got some stuff to show off today, really just a mixed bag of pickups here. Got some card show stuff from this past weekend. I did set up, but I didn't really acquire much inventory. When that happens, I don't usually do a full-on recap, so that's the case there. I'm actually idle this week. I've got a little scheduling conflict, so I won't be setting up, but I will be setting up again at the end of the year, that final weekend of the year. So that'll be fun, just kind of preparing for those. And I need a bit of an off week. It's kind of a reset and everything. And then I've got some miscellaneous pickups, some care packages, and what is, I would say, my best dollar box find I've ever had. So get into all of that now. First up, some of the card show stuff I did pick up was all pretty much PC stuff, including this. Met up with Stealing Second there in his neck of the woods, and he got me his custom signed card here. I got the red ink version, number to 5, 52 tops design. Love it, so I will have to add that into my YouTube PC binder. I've got another addition to that here later on to show you. And we made some trades for a few cards, and then I rated a fellow dealer's $2 box and then someone else's dollar box. So there's a dealer there who I actually met when I first went to set up. That was back at the Jackson show, the first time I ever set up. He was very nice to me. We've talked a couple of times through text. And he bought up this really nice collection that had a ton of like autographs and relics in it that he was pricing out at $2 each. And he told me that they were filled with Cabreras, and he told me which box had a lot of them in it. So he let me actually just take the box back over to my table and dig through it. So I pulled out quite a few Cabreras here. I probably only got about half of them out of the box, I want to say. But I'll take that because I definitely got my money's worth out of it for sure. $2 a piece on a lot of these cards, and some of these were trades with Stealing Second and Sean, one of which I'll show you here in a minute. But like this card right here. Oops, accidentally knocked him over. But in general, just you will not find these for $2 anywhere except for maybe eBay, or maybe once in a while at a dollar box at a card shop or a card show, but definitely not this many like I found right here. So he also had some sales going on some of his higher end cards, so I picked up a couple of those for my collection. Here's a 1 of 1 bonus. So just really fantastic haul here of relic cards. I've kind of been slacking on picking up some of the relics while building my super collection, but that definitely increased my supply of them right there. So this was one of the cards I traded for with Sean. He picked this up for me, and he told me that we'd work out a deal at some point, which we did. I love it. You guys know I love triple threads. This is the Amethyst 27 Miggy with Castellanos and Cecil Fielder. So super awesome card there. Right up there with this one. Really sweet Venezuela patch from 2013 World Baseball Classic edition of Tribute. This was with the dealer who had set this aside for me, and we worked out a deal at the show, so I was happy to add that in. And then he also had this one here, which is my 49th Cabrera autograph. It's this October Heroes from 2004 Donruss World Series, and it is numbered to 25. So I paid $35 for this, which I think is a really good deal on a Cabrera that is that low numbered. It's really tough to find. A lot of his Marlins stuff, especially from 04, 05, in terms of autographs, is reasonably cheap if you're looking to buy a Cabrera autograph. I definitely would recommend that. You can get some really affordable ones in the Tigers uniform too, but I would say that this is really a really good value buy on a lot of his Marlins stuff. So I will pick these up whenever I can for the right price, and that was definitely the right price on that one there. So that was awesome. Then earlier in the week, I actually got in 2 care packages. The first one was from Dustin Bellinger, who told me he had a Cabrera to send my way. And I'm like, all right, well, that's always good. So he sent me this career high relic of Mickey. Appreciate him thinking of me and sending this my way. Really sweet looking card. 348 average from his 2013 season, which possibly could have won another Triple Crown if he wasn't hurt. We'll never know. Also, apologies if you hear like loud squawking in the background. I just fed the birds outside, and we have a bunch of blue jays who are kind of being a little rowdy today. So, yeah, there you go. If you hear squawking, that's what it is. And then these came from Ed Weskergriff, so I got a ton of Tigers in here. See a lot of Series 2 rookies, a really sweet-looking shot of Comerica Park. I love that card. I'm very glad that they made it this year. And then some autographs. Dewell Lugo autograph from this year's Chrome. Steven Moya, really sweet-looking refractor. Love that. I love the 2015 design with the silver look to it. I think it's got like a really cool like ice feel to it. Jake Thompson prospect auto. These are some Lions autographs that somehow found their way into that stack, so move those aside. He sent me a really nice card to go along with it with 2 factual statements, the 7 words of wisdom and Nate Peterman is GOAT. Both undeniable things there, so really awesome. Thank you, Ed, for sending this my way. I can put that in the YouTube PC binder. But, and I'll use this card as my cover-up, in one of the team bags he sent me, I saw this sticking out in it, and this is exactly how I saw it. And I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me, because when you see this, it only means one thing. And sure enough, Ed really outdid himself. He sent me a Topps Dynasty Michael Fulmer patch auto 1 of 10. I actually just moved a lot of my Fulmer stuff to a young collector as part of a Adopt a Kid program in our Tigers Collectors Facebook group. So I kept a couple of my higher end ones, but this is definitely my nicest Fulmer autograph I have now. And Ed knows I love my Topps Dynasty, so this one will go into the Tigers collection. I'm really trying to get a really nice autograph of Tigers players now, so my PC focus is kind of just finding the best one I can for each player. And this is definitely going to be my best Fulmer, so I appreciate that, Ed, very much, especially the card and all the other cards, and appreciate Dustin sending along that relic as well. Okay, one quick eBay pickup that I did have, this Trout refractor from 2018 Chrome. I'll talk more about why I picked this up in a later video when I get a few more cards that are related to this little thing that I'm doing here, but couldn't go wrong with the price point I got that at. So let's see, a couple of pickups from my card shop that I normally go to. These are 2 Lou Whitaker rookies. Unfortunately, he didn't get into the Hall of Fame, and the value on these kind of dropped after that happened. He'll be eligible again in a few years, and I think I'm very hopeful, at least, that he will get in on the next go-around. So these 2 are really clean. Probably both 8s if I had to guess. Maybe 9 with a qualifier on this one here, but they're really sweet cards. So what I'll probably do is I will slab both of them, but I will keep one, probably whatever the lower grade one is, and then sell the higher grade, especially if one of them's a 9, because I know that I can be happy with a 8 and move my 9 to recoup some of the costs. And then lastly, this is pretty insane. So I went to a different card shop the day before I picked up those sweet blues, and I got some really great deals out of the dollar box / value box. So this first card was a quarter, and then the remaining cards were both $1. So keep that in mind. So first one up, if you watched my last video, then you will probably recognize this card since I showed it off at the beginning, but if you didn't, it is a Pattern 7 2017 high-tech Cabrera. There are none of these on eBay or COMC or Sport Lots for that matter. So I was very happy to find this for a quarter, and when I saw it, I knew I didn't have that pattern in my mind, or at least it didn't look familiar. So I grabbed it, and I figured it was probably something that was pretty rare, and sure enough, yes, it was pretty rare. So that was really awesome. This is a card shop I don't frequent too often. It's been a very long time, as a matter of fact, that I've been there, because I just don't usually make it over to that part of town. But wanted to give it a try. And I'm glad I did, because then I got these two cards for $1. So the first one here is this Harvey Keen Alkaline Topps card. And I know it's got some stains on the back. It has its problems. But this card is absolutely phenomenal, and it looks fantastic, especially for $1. I know that this is not like it's not like a solo K-line card or anything, but it's a playing days K-line card. I mean, come on, just beautiful card. I love this card a lot. Two best Tigers hitters of the 50s right there, so that was sweet. And if you thought that one was awesome, well, I don't know what to tell you about this one, because it's just no words when you find this for $1. It's a 1958 All-Star Mickey Mantle. Really, really solid centering here. The card itself at the top, it's got like almost looks like the edges were a little burned at the top there. It's got some rounded corners down here at the bottom, but this card just presents itself very well. And I will end up slabbing this. I really don't have too high of expectations. It does have like a very small wrinkle up there. Even if this is a PSA 1 though, I have $1 into it. And I found a Mickey Mantle playing days card for $1. How can you possibly go wrong with that? So I will end up sending this to PSA at some point, and yeah, I'm just floored that I was able to find that card. So I'm curious if you guys want to drop a comment down below. Let me know what your best dollar box find is ever, because I would definitely say that one right there is mine. It's a beautiful card, as you can see. Very well centered, and just a fantastic little pickup right there in my opinion. So appreciate you guys checking out today's video. Again, let me know in the comments, what is your best dollar box find? I'm very curious. Be back later in the week with some more content, but until then, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.